Welcome to our AIX podcast. As you know, we're inviting always interesting guests, our AI experts. Today we have Andrea with us. He is a very experienced AI coach and as well AI consultant. But I think, Andrea, introduce yourself. I think you can do it much better like myself.
Thank you, Nadine. Good afternoon. It's nice being here. Thank you for inviting me. I'm Andrea Casole. I'm an AI consultant and L&D professional. I've been doing L&D for roughly 10 years and been in the world of AI for almost 2 years now. So what I do is consult businesses to integrate AI in their processes so they can leverage this new technology and have a competitive advantage against their competition.
Okay, LD stands for Learning Development?
Yes, Learning and Development.
Exactly. Good. Okay, then give us some insights of how you have started with artificial intelligence and why you went into this kind of field.
I started as personal interest. I've always been interested into innovation and technology. So I started studying artificial intelligence in 2020 during COVID. And from then on, I started to learn more about this new world because I knew that it would be very powerful and important for the future. And so kept studying. In my experience as management consultant, I basically stumble upon the AI in LMSs, so learning management systems, and how AI was already shaping the education environment and industry. So that just spiked my interest. And when I moved to Dubai at the end of 2022, I started using AI to create my company and to help me with the processes I had to do. And so basically I started to realize the power of this technology and how accessible it was already to masses and to entrepreneurs. So what I started to do was consult people on how to actually leverage this technology right away in their processes.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Can you give some insights? You mentioned you have your own company and AI helped you to build it up. Can you give us some real concrete examples how it helped you to build up your company?
Sure. Basically, I started again my company in November 2022 when I moved to Dubai. And of course, I have expertise in operations and learning and development and human resources, but I was lacking some important parts of what a company needs. For example, marketing, for example, coding. And so I needed a website. I didn't know what to do. So basically what I did was find AI solutions on the market, study what the good solution would be for my business, and start using these tools and basically create the expertise I was lacking with AI tools. And so basically I was able to achieve very good marketing results thanks to AI, and also create a website, automate administrative processes that sometimes require time. And as a solopreneur at the beginning, it was hard to delegate or to hire people because of the money was not coming in yet.
So you delegated to AI?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, great. Okay, and now you're in the educational business. So why do you think it's that important that the people get started with artificial intelligence?
I think that artificial intelligence is already a huge part of the professional environment, but it will be a key important part of the companies of tomorrow. And when I talk about tomorrow, I talk about like next year. 2 years from now. So very short-term future. And companies should be at least aware of what AI can do for them and how to implement the solutions that are already available on the market. Because otherwise, the problem will be that their competitors will introduce them and they will probably run them out of market. Because of course, AI can reduce costs by 10, 20, 30%. It depends, of course, what industry, what kind of processes they help you achieve and automate. But at the same time, it's fundamental to have the education now, because the advancements of AI are very fast and they will not wait for our normal time to adapt to change, of course.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think AI will really change the businesses, because it's really like fast, rapid technologies. You can improve all the processes. But I think there's a lot of people talking about that they don't really know where to start. So what advice you to the people, why they and where they should start?
Well, people should start from, of course, the fundamentals. So a very important part of AI is education. So how to basically use the easiest way of easiest tools there are on the market, what AI is, what AI can do in general as a fundamental knowledge, and then start building up the awareness, the knowledge through courses, through experts, through consultations, because of course that's gonna help them understand better what they're dealing with, what they can use, and what they can implement in their actual company, in the day-to-day activity.
Okay, can you give maybe some tip and trick for some company if you go there, what they can immediately implement?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is, of course, generative AI. So basically, language models like ChatGPT, for example, that can already take a lot of time off people in terms of creating text, creating images, creating basically also brainstorming some of what the activity is. So I think generative AI should be the base of the knowledge, just because it's the easiest to access, and it already makes a lot of difference. So that's what I would start with. And then, of course, depending on the industry, depending on the company, and of course on the personal need, there are different types of development in terms of tools, in terms of technologies. And so the first thing should be language models. Also because language models can actually help them learn new stuff.
Okay.
So they can actually give them more knowledge and more assistance in terms of future education.
Okay, so as well interact with the AI to educate themselves.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, nice approach. As I know that you as well, besides educating as well, do some business consultancy as well, management consultancies. How are you combining these kind of worlds?
Well, I have a expertise in operations. I've been CEO of a startup, and basically in that period of my life, I had to deal with creating processes and actually manage processes and resources. So what I was thinking when I started my company was actually combining these two expertise. So my love for innovation and development, and also the knowledge of processes and business operations. So what I was able to do was come up with a business model that allows me to consult people from the beginning to the end of the project. So basically what we do, we map processes and we understand where AI can actually come in and help. We understand who are the stakeholders who need to, integrate some new tools and maybe save some time so they can dedicate that time to other more important tasks. And then we found the solutions on the market, we implement them, and then we have the whole training part. So this is where learning and development comes in. And basically we start by acknowledging the learning gap we need to cover. We create learning path for the stakeholders involved, and then we actually deliver the training.
Okay, cool. So therefore, you always try to, whatever you kind of projects you're coming in, identifying the pain points where we can improve something, we have the most opportunities, then give some advices to how to implement it, and the most important topic, to educate the people so that the people can really use artificial intelligence, so that the resilience against artificial intelligence is not stopping them to use it.
Exactly. Change management is a huge part of all my projects, because of course we are not so keen to adapt to change, and I've been knowing this through my expertise in change management over the years. So what I focus on is always giving that basically the focus on what this change will take, and so what the future will be if they can implement, educate themselves on the new processes and the new tools, and what the new tools can actually bring into their daily activity. And so this is a key passage of the projects.
Okay. Can you maybe give us or the audience some kind of examples where the users of the artificial had some wow effects, where they're saying, okay, wow, this really turned my life into something amazing. It's really solved my life.
Well, most of the results have this outcome, not because of the incredible solutions we integrated, but because people are not aware of how much time they can save integrating a very useful, like a very easy app. Like, for example, I was talking, I had this project with an entrepreneur who was struggling with time management within his resources. So we actually mapped the processes, and I realized how much time they were spending in Zoom calls. And so what I did was just implementing a very easy tool to implement, which is on the market. I didn't invent anything. It was just understanding the need of the entrepreneur. And basically, I was able to regain 34% of the time of each resource just with that. Yes, it was a small company, so it was. But yes, each resource regained an average of 34% of their time, just because they wouldn't need to go to meetings. Because this tool, for example, what it does is summarizes the whole call and basically send the summary at the end of call to the whole team. And basically what the tool allowed was to receive immediately when the call ended the summary, the highlight of the call, the agenda of the incoming call, and everything about that it would take a person just 1 hour just to be present to the call. And sometimes there are many people in a Zoom call, but not all of them need to speak. So all those people that are just listening, they should be in another place, because AI can actually summarize everything and send them like a Slack message or an email at the end of the call. So this was just a very small example.
Yeah, but I think 34% is really like a help for a small company to save this kind of.
Yes, it was a huge outcome.
Yeah. Okay, when you need to talk about you personally, was there some kind of a wow effect what you have by yourself? You're saying, yes, really, this was amazing in regards to tools, in regards to other AI technologies.
Well, the wow effect working on it, of course, comes usually from, unfortunately, technologies that I'm not using, because of course they're related to like huge industries or huge companies. Like, for example, one industry I can think of is agriculture. Agriculture is one of the few industries that are very limited. There's a limited usage of AI yet, but there are some solutions that can just basically outperform humans so much that it actually, when I read about it and I saw videos, I documented about it, it just blew my mind, because like you think about agriculture and it's mainly a physical work, and so you don't think that AI can actually have a huge impact on it. And then you see what AI can do, and that's just mind-blowing. Of course, it requires a lot of investment, costs, and so right now it's not really used, unless in like very specific cases. So this was probably the most wow effect, just because the industry was not really touched by AI yet. But the solutions out there can really transform the whole industry.
So it could be like a game changer for different industries as well.
Yes, absolutely.
If you would have a wish free to the artificial intelligence, how she should improve, or artificial should improve, what would be on your wish list?
Well, this is a very good question.
Yeah, I know it's a tough one.
It's a very tough one. So I think there's always been a limit in artificial intelligence since the beginning. It was always able to go from a point A to a point B. What it was not able to do was actually understand there was a point C that was actually better than point B. This is a human capacity, human skill, and probably it's also what will separate us from AI, and it will limit AI to not, beat the humans, let's say. But the wish, if I had one, was actually to have that, because of course it would still be a tool. We are responsible of any tool we use. So of course there are a lot of concerns about AI and what the future will bring. But if I did have to have a wish on it, it would be a much more powerful and independent AI, able to actually come up with the solution before I ask the question.
I could understand why you're answering this one, because it will make our life more simple. But it's as well the point where most of the people get fear, because they say, "Oh, now I will get replaced. AI is doing my job." What is your perspective on this?
Well, I think that in evolution, we always been adapting to change. And whenever there's a change, there's some people that don't adapt to change and just, fall back. Don't need to go to Darwin law and, all the theories of evolution. But the key point is we've always been able to adapt to change. So we will be able to adapt to this change. For me, it's a very positive change that needs to be embraced, because it allows us to go back to our real skills. So emotional intelligence, all the soft skills that AI will probably never be able to have, empathy, just being human. And probably we were becoming more machine. AI will allow us to go back to being human. So I'm actually pro AI, not because I want AI to replace us, but I want us to go back to being more humans and let AI take care of, the boring part.
Okay, this was really strong words. I think I leave the podcast now with these words, to be us more as a human. So we thank you, Andrea, to be our guest. I'm looking forward how you as well revolutionize the the world of our industries and businesses, that they really start getting AI implemented. And I'm looking forward as well for courses and topics as well on our platform. So therefore, thank you so much for being our guest today.
Thank you for having me.
I think, yes, we had a really nice podcast. I think Andrea take a really nice journey, how he has introduced and started AI in his life, and as well help others to really get artificial intelligence in their businesses. And don't be afraid, just be humans. Thank you so much. And please subscribe to our channels and watch us more in case you like the series. Thank you.
Thank you.